Why did this feel like so much more before when we were shooting it?
Because we were more compact and you had depth elements. This is our Lamborghini. It needs to be squished. So I'm building a fake Lamborghini.
Out of what?
Cardboard and a random red shopping bag that was donated to us by random sales guys that came and sold us makeup today.
Cut.
How badly did that move?
Action. I'm attempting to create a moving helicopter shot. It's a little bit of a challenge here to get this to stick to the helicopter with gaffer tape. Yeah, it's like a roar like before, just it's a roar of
Defiant? Okay, so not actually like this, but
no, just ah.
okay.
Action. So we're wrapped the shoot, and I did a little bit of a rough cut while Starla was getting her makeup off, and actually came out compared to what I hoped it would, which is surprising because yesterday I was panicking. Is it perfect? I don't know. It's going to be tough with the compositing because the hair is nuts, and I knew that going in that's going to be the challenge. How will post-production go? Tune in and find out. So as you can maybe tell from the hair and the beard, it's been a couple of weeks, 3.5 specifically, since we shot the last bunch of stuff. I've been basically compositing since then. Christmas and New Year's got in the way a little bit, but I've been sitting here and just mostly working in After Effects for the last couple of weeks. Since I had an edit that day by basically putting the shots into my animatic, I didn't really have much editing to do, although I did move a couple of shots around just because I thought there was a better progression if we didn't see her right away. If we saw the giant leg, saw her crush the car, and then we gave the big reveal. So that was a little bit of a switch around. Took me about like 5 minutes to do that. So almost right away I noticed that there was a problem in that the background plates of the miniatures didn't really line up with our live action actor footage. So when we had our crowd scene of people running away and stuff like that, the camera was set to about 5 feet in real life. Now when we shot the miniatures, the camera was more like at 8 or maybe 10 feet high in miniature world, just because I had the camera on the ground and just we couldn't get it any lower to be at what would be 5 feet if we had a tiny camera in a miniature world. So I went back to the studio, I put like a desk and a couple Apple boxes, and then I built the city on that again, so we had the city set up again. And what I did was just lower the camera slightly below so that here was maybe the ground plane, and that gave us a little more flexibility. Actually ripped out a little cardboard that was the height of a man so we could reshoot the background plates where the cars were going through, so we knew for the big crowd scene where things were going to end up. For reference, this is the height of a person. Oh, and you probably saw with the helicopter shot, all those tests I did, all those different things I tried, we ended up just taping it to a stick and attaching it to the camera. That's all. That's it. Biggest headache about this whole thing was the compositing. It was just kind of a nightmare. In the end, if the hair wasn't crazy, the whole idea of the hairspray ad doesn't work. Maybe we still could have gone bigger, maybe we could have had less strands flying around, I don't know, but it was a pain in the ass to composite this. I knew it was going to be the whole time, but I've used Keylight a lot, and After the first week, I had pretty much given up on Keylight. I had done a lot of the easier shots in it, and I was happy with them. But I was looking at Prime Matte, which is about $800 from Red Giant. And I tested the demo. It seemed like it was going to do the job better. And then I was like, no, I can't spend $800 on a plugin that I can use for this one project. So I thought, well, how can I get Prime Matte another way? And then I remembered that Blackmagic Fusion has Prime Matte in it. So I downloaded Fusion, installed that, and tried to learn node-based compositing, which isn't something you just want to do for fun. It's not fun. So though Prime Matte is in Fusion, I ended up using the Ultra Keyer in there, which don't know if it's better, but I was having better results with it. I actually did a bunch of shots in the Ultra Keyer, brought them into After Effects, worked it out a bit more, and then realized they weren't quite as good as I had wanted them to be, and got better results in Keylight. So I kind of had a back and forth process. In the end, about 50% of the shots have been done in Keylight, and the other 50% were pulled in the Ultra Keyer in Fusion. And I think it really just depends on the shot. It's, I don't know. Green screen compositing is a black art that I will never totally understand. But what's important is that I got it looking decent. I mean, it's still not perfect. There's little fringing here and there. Some of the shots were just nightmares. But this is it. I give up. I now present to you Hairzilla.
Does your out-of-control hair have you feeling like a monster? Get new Extra Hold Hairspray from Vigilando and tame the beast within.
So I hope this has been informative somehow. I think sometimes we look at these big budget films like Blade Runner with these giant miniatures and bigatures and things and think, there's no way I could ever do that, and that's true. You should never do this. But I mean, it was a good learning experience. I think if I was going to do it again, I am doing it again, because when we had all these buildings and things, I thought, you know what? We should probably do something more with these buildings before I throw them in the garbage. And my friend Ben and I wrote 9 episodes so far of a giant monster web series that we're going into production pretty soon, because I want to get it out there before Rampage and Pacific Rim hit.